Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. A motorcycle crash in Wood County killed a Wausau man and injured two others last night. It happened around 7 p.m. at the intersection of Highways 10 and N in Millard's Township. Investigators say 86-year-old Marlene Furo of Junction City failed to yield at a stop sign. Her vehicle collided with a motorcycle, killing its driver, 60-year-old Alonzo Dvorak of Wausau. The crash severely injured Dvorak's passenger, 57-year-old Monica Dvorak, who was airlifted to the hospital. Furo also suffered injuries and went to the hospital in a personal vehicle. The Wood County Sheriff's Office and Wisconsin State Patrol are now investigating the crash. The fourth day of Nia Tao's retrial is underway, with the prosecution set to have their final witness take the stand. Tao is facing 2 charges for a 2021 triple homicide that left 3 dead in a West Salem quarry. A trial last year ended with a hung jury. Tao's co-defendant, Kamnatheth Ratanasak, who was sentenced to life in prison, is expected to testify against Tao again as part of a plea deal. That could happen as soon as today. News 8 has a crew in the courtroom. We will have live reports for you tonight at 5 and 6.
All right, overcast conditions out there right now and fall-like temperatures, man. You need to wear a jacket. I've seen people dress up for summertime, and it's a little too chilly out there for that type of clothing. All right, so again, cooler conditions today. We'll warm it up more so as we get into the beginning of next week and beyond. Temperatures will be in the 80s by then. We'll hold on to these unseasonably cool temperatures all the way into your weekend, and it should be fairly nice. Of course, you know, temperatures right now in the 50s and the 60s. Oh boy, and it's locally we are at least 9 to about 11 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. We're going to keep an eye out for any type of rainfall. We've already had some drizzle in La Crosse. We'll probably see more of that rainfall up in areas by Eau Claire, as you can see, around 5 o'clock or so to at least the midnight hour. So they'll have some light showers to at least maybe a weak storm popping into the forecast. As that happens, we'll also be picking up the possibility of cooler temperatures going into the weekend as well. Temperatures will be mostly under the 80-degree mark in the 70s. I'll have your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Art, see you then. Some weekend events now to tell you about. The 19th annual Irish Fest kicks off today in La Crosse. Enjoy Irish dances and performances, sheep shearing, storytelling, games, and much more. Children under 17 are free, and don't forget to wear green. The Bangor Lions are hosting their annual Fun Day celebration this weekend. That event features carnival games, a softball tournament, fireworks, and a parade. They're also accepting donations for their Stuff the Bus campaign. And tomorrow, Chippewa Falls celebrates Pure Water Days with a parade and River Fest. The family-friendly event includes giant inflatables, live music, food trucks, a beer tent, and arts and craft vendors. To the campaign trail now. The debate stage is set. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris now confirming they will debate. At a lengthy news conference yesterday, Trump suggested 3 debates, while Harris confirmed she'll take part in at least one, scheduled for September 10th.
I'm looking forward to it and hope he shows up.
During Trump's news conference, he issued a series of dire warnings.
We have a lot of bad things coming up. You could end up in a depression of the 1929 variety, which would be a devastating thing. Took many years, took decades to recover from it. In my opinion, we're very close to a world war. We have people that don't know how to handle it.
Harris and Walz campaign in Arizona today as they continue their battleground state blitz, while Trump holds a rally and fundraiser in Montana. Another teenager arrested in the alleged ISIS-linked terror plot planned for one of Taylor Swift's now canceled concerts in Vienna, Austria. The 18-year-old Iraqi national is now the 3rd person in custody, including a 19-year-old suspected of being the mastermind. Ian Lee is tracking the investigation from London.
Austrian authorities said the 19-year-old suspect arrested Wednesday morning has made a full confession after being accused of planning a terror attack targeting a Taylor Swift show in Vienna. Law enforcement says his plan was to use bombs and knives to kill as many people as possible outside the stadium. According to officials, he quit his job on July 25th, days after pledging himself to ISIS, claiming he had big plans. Police say they found hydrogen peroxide in his home, which can be used in the manufacture of explosives, as well as various bomb-making components. A 17-year-old suspect was also arrested, who was allegedly employed a few days ago by a company providing services for the concert venue. A source telling CBS News that investigators also found an emergency siren device, which could have helped the suspects impersonate police. With no show to attend, yesterday Swifties sang in the streets of Vienna instead, swapping friendship bracelets, even gifting some to police. On Thursday, Austria's chancellor said the suspect had planned to create a, quote, bloodbath, rivaling similar attacks in recent years targeting Moscow, Paris, and Manchester. Former counterterrorism official Samantha Vinograd.
There does not appear to be an ongoing threat to the public emanating from the individuals that were arrested in Austria.
Yesterday, UK officials confirmed that Swift's upcoming shows next week in London will go on as planned.
Last night I was panicking a little bit, but I think we took a few hours, we calmed down, and I think we're now feeling good about going again.
Swift's 5 shows will take place at the historic Wembley Stadium starting next Thursday before she heads back to North America. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Coming up at noon, a major recall that could affect your kitchen. Samsung is pulling more than 1 million electric ranges off the market after hundreds of fires and multiple injuries. What you need to know to stay safe after the break.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class, just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for, and she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Do you suffer from burning pain, coldness, numbness, tingling in your hands, legs, or feet, and worst of all, balance problems? Have you been told you have peripheral neuropathy? Stop what you're doing, because there is help in a healthy way. We see physicians across the country throw a drug cocktail approach at this condition, getting minimal, if any, relief while neuropathy progresses toward being confined to walkers and wheelchairs due to amputations and disabilities. Drugs like gabapentin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, or opioids are designed to hide neuropathy but not fix it, and often come with dangerous side effects. Finally, there's a proven path to recovery that thousands of patients just like you have experienced. Our breakthrough, non-invasive neuropathy treatment is supported by FDA-cleared technologies based on published clinical evidence, creating a 99% satisfaction rating. More exciting, our patients enjoy our home therapy to conveniently accelerate healing. If you want your health freedom back, don't choose to suffer any longer. Call now. Spots are limited to the first 20 callers. Call today so we can help in a healthy way.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Need a new recliner for Dad? We have hundreds of recliners all on sale and in stock. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back. Samsung is recalling more than 1.1 million electric ranges sold nationwide. These products linked to about 250 fires, leading to dozens of injuries and killing at least 7 pets. The recall involves slide-in electric ranges with front-mounted knobs that can be turned on accidentally, posing a fire hazard if flammable objects are left on top of the range. To remedy the issue, Samsung says it's providing free knob locks or covers for specific models sold in the U.S. between 2013 and this this year. This week, mortgage rates fell to their lowest level in more than a year. The average rate for 30-year home mortgages eased back to 6.47%, according to Freddie Mac. Last spring, the rate was above 7%. And Costco is installing membership scanners at the entrances of all of its locations in hopes of discouraging non-members from shopping at its stores. The retailer says soon, instead of flashing their cards at employees, Costco members will be required to scan them as they're entering. If a member's card doesn't have a photo, the person scanning may be required to show photo ID before entering. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home, and of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch support's going to do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. You got a bunch of loudmouth, preening politicians. It's absolute chaos. I'm Derek Van Orden, and after 26 years as a Navy SEAL, there's a few things that I learned. You stay on mission, you know what you're fighting for, and sometimes you got to get a little dirty to finish the job. Let's go, kids. Not you. Not you. You. Let's go. I'm Derek Van Orden. And, I approve this message.
The CDC is warning a multi-state listeria outbreak linked to Boar's Head deli meat is still making people sick. At least 9 more cases have been reported, with a total of 43 hospitalizations now and 3 deaths. The CDC says you should throw away or return recalled products, and if you brought them home, thoroughly clean your fridge. New data from the CDC shows the U.S. death rate decreased by 6% in 2023, and deaths from COVID-19 were nearly 70% lower than in 2022. While the COVID-19 virus continues to circulate, the virus dropped from the 4th leading cause of death to 10th. Scientists at North Carolina State University have created a bandage that uses an electric field to help heal chronic wounds. In animal testing, the electric bandages healed wounds 30% faster than conventional ones. They say they're inexpensive to manufacture and easy to use at home. The team hopes to do clinical trials with the tech-boosted bandages soon. Those were some of the day's top health headlines. Taking a live look outside now from CityCam 8. Art is in next with a look at our weekend forecast.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Listen, Eric Hovde, Mr. Fancy California banker, I earned my retirement, but you said you would absolutely cut Social Security and even raise the retirement age. Now you want to take away our right to vote? Eric Hovde, you're one heck of a jerk. Will never have my vote. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by.
Saturday, August 17th, join Jesse James Dupree of Jackal at Great River Harley-Davidson for a whiskey bottle signing at 10 a.m. Then hop on your bikes because we're hitting the road with Jesse James Dupree for a 120-mile ride around the Cooley region.
Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley-Davidson.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Oh, well, welcome back and happy afternoon to you. We're looking at much cooler conditions working across the area here. We're also going to be seeing this area of low pressure up to the north sneaking across from the border here, continuing to usher in some cooler air, circulating that colder air right on top of us. And that's why we're getting a lot of that fall-like feel. We also have some wind flow coming out of Canada from the northwest as well. And that's kind of slinging the jet stream right over us and ushering in more of that cloud cover for us. And in fact, we're going into cloudy conditions today. Then we'll get into, at least through the weekend, we'll see conditions to go from at least partly cloudy to cloudy skies. And we're also picking up going into Monday. Well, warmer conditions move in. We'll get the ridging building up. Warmer air comes back in as we go right into Tuesday as well. The low 80s hold up, and we'll eventually get into, you can see, cooler conditions for today into the weekend. And then as we go into next week, we are much warmer. It will be breezy today, too. Winds up to at least, well, we're getting up to 18 miles per hour. We'll also see the gusts getting up to at least 22 miles per hour. Plus, in some cases, we've already seen them get a little bit higher, up to 26 miles per hour. We're holding on to this little shower activity up to the north, but we possibly may get a sprinkle or two here locally, and that was just around, say, 12:55. Getting into the afternoon, you see more of those showers possibly reaching up to areas by Eau Claire and Ladysmith. They pick up a little bit higher going all the way into the 6 o'clock hour, so that's a 2-hour a rot of some like rainfall potentially moving into the area if it can get to the ground. We'll see that continue to get into areas right by the 9 o'clock hour, and that should be up and out by the time we finish out with clearing skies. If you're going to play golf tomorrow or just planning some early morning activities out and about, you will be in breezy conditions. Those winds will be up to at least 18 to 22 miles per hour, gusting in some cases, and it will be chilly with widespread 50s going to the 8 o'clock hour. By noon, you're looking at 60s and some near 70-degree heat with clouds going from at least sunny or mostly sunny to mostly cloudy conditions right through the afternoon into the evening hours. You see at least partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then we go into the midnight hour. We're still holding on to at least partly cloudy skies. Highs for today, well, as you can see, temperatures ranging from about 62 to about 73 degrees. Burr, and this is just like a fall-like feel. I can't wait till we get into some cooler conditions going into winter. How about that, though? Maybe a 1/10 of an inch or less for the 4 o'clock hour going into Eau Claire, and then what you see by Black River Falls, maybe a 1/4 of an inch possible to finish out the afternoon going into the midnight hour. Highs for Saturday, maybe a couple of degrees warmer. You're looking at temperatures around, say, 67 to about 75 degrees. You see for La Crosse, 72 for Eau Claire. Down in Prairie du Chien, you're looking at 74 degrees. Then we go into your weekend where you're going to be seeing temperatures from 75 going into Saturday with, well, sunny skies mostly, but we'll see them increase as I've mentioned. But you'll also see Sunday about 79 degrees to 80 degrees. So that means the heat is on the way back. And as you take a look here, we're also seeing conditions to be like this. Cool conditions holding on. Then eventually we get into the warm. You have some shower potential going into midweek. And we're also seeing a possibility of 30% chance of showers coming in with a little storm activity to finish out the week.
So a little bit of everything, right? It should make everyone happy.
Pretty much, I know, right? Yeah.
Thank you, Art. Still to come, from glowing blue lakes to prehistoric fossils, why a cool summer getaway is capturing imaginations in Minnesota.
This election is about experience and who can find middle ground with people from both parties to get things done for workers and families. I've done that, and I'll do it again for us in Congress. I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this ad, and I'm asking for your vote.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
Think Carpets to Go for back-to-school savings. During the back-to-school sale, all dorm room carpet remnants are on sale. Cut pile carpet starts at just $189 per square foot. In-store click-together laminate starts at just $349 per square foot. Ask about available 6-month financing. You can save big on whatever you want on your floor during the back-to-school sale going on now at Carpets to Go in Onalaska.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
It's believed to be the largest cave in the state with more than a dozen miles of passages and underground lakes. John Lauritsen travels to Fillmore County to show us how the Mystery Cave near Preston, Minnesota got its name.
The Fillmore County countryside contains thousands of acres of green, lush farmland. But some people here believe what's below the surface is just as beautiful.
There's actually over 400 caves in this county. This happens to be the largest of the caves.
It was discovered by a man named Joe Petty in 1937, and he may very well have been the first human to set foot inside. It got its name years later when a man named Clarence accidentally spilled a wheelbarrow full of debris while working at the cave.
And he turned to his coworkers and said, "It's a mystery as to why anybody would want to work in a cave all day."
That's how the name Mystery Cave was born. But there are reasons why Greg Anderson actually enjoys working here.
So this is one of the great features here in our cave known as Turquoise Lake.
Turquoise Lake's deepest point is 10 feet. Calcite crystals in the water give it that beautiful blue color.
So like the air temperature, the water temperature is 48 degrees right now.
That's correct.
That'd be a pretty chilly swim.
Yes.
Millions of years ago, the entire cave was underwater. Fossils are proof of that.
This is called a cephalopod. It's an ancient relative of a squid or octopus.
But that's not even close to the oldest thing you'll find here.
The rock you see is 450 million years old. To put in perspective how old that is, dinosaurs were here 65 million years ago.
It's dark and damp in these corridors, but even still, bats, insects, and one other little creature call the cave home.
If you look at the surface of this pool, you can see what looks like little white specks of dust. Each one of those is alive.
They're called springtails, and they feed off organic material in the water.
And they're blind, they're colorless, they're invertebrates, and they can move by flipping their tail called a fracula.
These days, visitors of all ages can see a place that's defied age. Even after millions of years, there's always something new to discover.
It was really cool. It was amazing. Great tour. Very cool to see. It's unbelievable that we're in Minnesota and that we have this cave down here.
And if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Mystery Cave Park will hold a Dark Sky Festival where astronomy clubs from across the state will gather with their telescopes. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we come back.
Tell me about like the day that you first found out about Nolan's birth defect.
Everything was normal up until my 20-week ultrasound. I learned my baby would not survive. I did not have the choice to do what was right for me and my family. To think that there's a possibility of a national abortion ban scares me to death.
Derek Van Orden and his extreme positions around reproductive freedoms are why I'm running for Congress. I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls presents Slaughter with Quiet Riot. An explosive night of live rock and roll. Friday, October 25th. Slaughter with Quiet Riot. $60 tickets include $15 free rewards play. Slaughter and Quiet Riot together. Friday, October 25th, exclusively at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls.
The one thing Kamala Harris has always been: fearless. As a prosecutor, she put murderers and abusers behind bars. As California's Attorney General, she went after the big banks and won $20 billion for homeowners. And as vice president, she took on the big drug companies to cap the cost of insulin for seniors. Because Kamala Harris has always known who she represents.
This campaign is about who we fight for. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. Where every senior can retire with dignity. But Donald Trump wants to take our country backward, to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations and end the Affordable Care Act. But we are not going back.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and being there when needed, all day, every day. We work hard for this trust because we, like you, expect more. We are News 8 Now.
Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies out there, right, my friends, with very fall-like temperatures out there. Look at the gusts of winds that continue to work through the area up to 26 miles per hour. Then we'll carry over into cooler conditions for Saturday and Sunday, warming it up for your weekend. Then we get into rainfall towards the end of next week.
It does feel like fall out there. Thank you, Art. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight. Until then, enjoy your Friday.